A number of people living in the most at-risk country, Central African Republic, yeah, set to grow 77% in 2050. A lot of people ask, how's this happening? I think that they're having sex with each other. I know, don't encourage them, but if they don't have the vulnerability of climate change, why wouldn't you want to do it? Shut up. A lot of technologists disagree with me. But my thought is, as long as we water the Sahara or the Sahara Desert, yeah, I don't care how many they have. Yes, you can have billions of them. Go ahead, have them. Just go ahead and have sex with each other. Just keep doing it. Yes. Now, the landlocked country is one of the poorest nations in the world. Violent political and interethnic conflicts they have displaced 600,000 people since 2013. 2.9 million are in need of humanitarian assistance. Well, considering the vulnerability of climate change, a lot of African peoples are thinking twice about having sexual intercourse. Now, my thought was fewer children, fewer climate risks. Yes. What if you just watered the Sahara? Yes. More children, fewer climate risks because you don't have the risk of climate. Look at that little baby smiling his head off, thinking, oh my gosh. Now, there seems to be a large number of individuals involved in this whole process. Yes. And you're having some big gathering. Yes. Fight for her activists happen to be women in different locations. Yeah. In fact, oh, a note of thanks. Thanks to you. Let's say that I can make this so that it doesn't cost anything. I could take the salt from the water. Yes. I could just pump the fresh water and not convert it to actual steam, except I'd have to cool it down. I mean, probably produce a tremendous amount of electricity for the African continent. And you'd have to buy it. I'd have to sell it to somebody. I'd have to do it. It's not like you didn't need to buy any electricity. I mean, exactly how do you run your computer in Africa? Now, there was a group of individuals, 6,100 of them, that are involved in this, or 6,100 minutes? Yes, 6,100 meetings. Yes. Now, well, it says here many healthcare providers decrease service, fight for her, advocating to pass the Global Health Empowerment and Rights Act. Yes, as in we need to give out contraceptives instead of making fresh water. What if you didn't need contraceptives because of the amount of water that you had? Yes, you could grow food. Yeah, you could feed your family. Yes, and you wouldn't have the risk of global. Oh, here it is. Joining the estimated 7.6 million people who participated in 6,100 global climate strike events in 185 countries around the world. Yes. Could you get me the GPS location of all those events? It'd be a complete waste of time to not have to do it. Yes. I know you like getting together and visiting over the various climate problems that you have. But my thought is all these strike events could be influenced by technology, knowing you're all there at the same time. I could sew into all of you and you wouldn't even have any knowledge of it. Yes, yes, yes. Now, when I look at the GPS location of every one of these events, oh, look at 800 organizations help mobilize a community. Why don't you get me all 800 organizations, the actual employees of them? If global warming was not a problem, you wouldn't have a job as an employee of any of the organizations. In fact, if global warming wasn't a problem, you wouldn't need to hand out contraceptives. In fact, if global warming wasn't a problem, we'd all have plenty of water to grow any food that we want. Yes. Now, my thought was, yes, why don't we make fresh water? Yes, convert it.